Yes, we do not eat much, live out in the open, and sit absolutely still for many hours each day.
Why do you put yourself to such suffering?
Most people look after their bodies very tenderly, yet they go through pain and anguish. If we learn how to overcome pain, then we will find the way to control all sufferings.
I think they are the persons I am looking for. Let me join them in their practices and see if they can lead me to the end of suffering.
Siddhartha started the complicated and painful practices. He sat for hours together at the same place. He let himself be burnt by the intense summer sun and frozen by the cold of winter. He consumed very little food.
I'm really surprised to see such determination in any person. We will stay near him so that when he finds the true path, we can learn from him.
Siddhartha slowly gave up his sleep and eventually started eating just a few seeds and berries that the wind blew into his lap. 6 long years passed without food or sleep. He lost a lot of weight and became very dirty. He looked like a living skeleton.
I wonder whether I am any nearer to my goal. I still do not know the way to put an end to suffering. I made the mistake of punishing my body and have wasted so much time. To find the truth, one must follow a middle path, the path that avoids both extremes of pain and pleasure.
Siddhartha remembered his meditation under the apple tree.
My mind was very serene and peaceful then. Let me meditate like that again. But I am not able to think clearly because I am so hungry and dirty. Let me first take a bath in the river.
In a village at the edge of the forest lived a herdsman's wife, Suddhodana. She was coming to the forest with a special dish prepared with milk to offer to the spirits of the forest as thanksgiving.
I can see someone lying there. Oh my God, he is so weak. But his face is shining with radiance. He must be the king of the spirits. I will offer this specially made food to him.
Siddhartha slowly opened his eyes and drank the milk.
My God, his body is becoming more and more radiant as he drinks.
Thank you. Thank you for the drink. I am not a spirit, but an ordinary man in search of truth. Your offering has given me the strength to find the truth.
Look at him. He has given up his search. There is no point in staying with him from now. Let us go to Benares and continue our search.
My strength has returned. Let me continue my meditation.
He crossed the river and headed towards the tree of enlightenment. Siddhartha sat under the tree with crossed legs and hands in his lap.
I shall not arise from this position until I have reached my goal, even if I die sitting here.
As Siddhartha was meditating, Mara was terrified and angry. Mara is the name given to the evil force that disturbs our mind. Mara is our greed, hatred, ignorance, jealousy, doubt, and all the other poisons that bring unhappiness and grief. Mara summoned his sons and daughters.
Look, all of you! Siddhartha is seated in meditation. If he is successful and discovers the way to end all suffering, what will happen to us? Don't you understand that we shall lose all our power? We cannot harm people if he teaches them the truth. We must disturb his meditation, or else we will be doomed. So we have to disturb him.
They created fierce storms and threw lightning bolts all around him. But beneath the branches of the tree, everything remained calm, protected by the force of Siddhartha's meditation.
He seems undisturbed. Let us shoot poisonous arrows of hate at him. If these weapons and fearful shapes do not distract him, perhaps a vision of beauty will disturb his mind.
Mara called his daughters.
My dears, turn yourselves into beautiful and alluring women. Dance in front of him and disturb his meditation. A heavy responsibility rests on your shoulders. Complete the task and return victorious. Even my daughters cannot disturb his concentration. His meditation is as firm as a stone and nothing can perturb him.
Mara was defeated miserably.
There is one last plan. There is no point in believing anybody else. I myself will complete the task. So, you are the great Prince Siddhartha. You know very well that many holy people have failed to find the truth, but you think you will succeed? How foolish you are. Don't you know that it takes a lot of preparation to find the truth you are looking for? You have just wasted your life, and now you sit here thinking that wisdom will just come to you. How foolish! You are a prince. Why do you toil like this in the sun and rain? Go back to your palace and enjoy your life with your beautiful wife and son. Go, Siddhartha, go, listen to me. Get rid of this meditation, or at least show me one witness who will swear that you are worthy of succeeding where all the others have failed.
These words did not deter Siddhartha. Silently, he lifted his right hand from his lap, reached in front of him and touched the earth. The gesture meant that the earth itself is Siddhartha's witness. For countless lifetimes, he had appeared on this earth in various forms and practiced generosity and patience, acted lovingly and meditated on the truth. Mara was now truly defeated, and realizing his defeat, he went away. Siddhartha was now all alone to carry forward his meditation. Gradually, his concentration deepened and his understanding grew clearer. He realized that desire is the root cause for all suffering. At last, he had found the way to bring an end to all the suffering of the world. Once the heart is free of desire and hate, it would be filled with love, which would bring peace and happiness. After Siddhartha gained true understanding, his face began to glow brightly. He had become fully enlightened. He was now the Buddha, the enlightened one, the awakened one. He had reached his goal. With a calm and peaceful smile, he arose from his meditation. When he opened his eyes, he saw the world full of peace and happiness.
I am filled with happiness. My mind is free from all darkness and pain. It was so difficult for me to reach the end of suffering and become a Buddha. I had to work so hard for so long. When I see how blind and ignorant most people are, I wonder if there is anyone who can understand the truths I have discovered. How could I possibly teach them? Perhaps it is better for me to live the rest of my life in the forest all alone and enjoy the happiness of being a Buddha myself.
Please do not forget us. We are the suffering beings of the world. We have been waiting for this moment ever since your birth, and even before that. Please teach us. Unlike you, we are still suffering.
Who will be able to follow the teachings I have to offer? Who will try hard and long enough?
It is true that our minds are enveloped in ignorance, but for some people, this ignorance is not so thick. They will be able to understand you. For their sake, please teach us the entire true path.
Of course, I shall teach. I shall do everything I can. However, they will have to help themselves. They have to be a light unto themselves. Okay, from where shall I start to teach? Whom shall I teach first? Who shall be my first student?
Buddha suddenly remembered Arada and Udraka, the two teachers he had met 6 years before.
I shall teach them, but I can see that they have already died and left this world.
Buddha then recalled those 5 men who had lived with him in the forest.
Yes, I will teach them first. I can find them in the deer park near Benares. Let me go there and begin my work.
Benares was very far away, and Buddha walked slowly through village and farm. People who saw him were attracted to him. Finally, he reached the deer park and saw the 5 men.
He looks serenely divine. He is Siddhartha. Come, let's meet him. We are honored to have you here, Siddhartha.
Thanks for your hospitality. I have discovered the truth and desire to teach you the truth.
O Buddha, please teach us what you have learned, so that we too may be awakened.
Let me tell you what I have discovered. The middle path is the right way to put an end to all our sufferings.
Buddha preached everything he learned. It was called turning the wheel of the Dharma. Dharma is the truth he discovered.
There are 4 noble truths. First is the noble truth of suffering. Second is the noble truth of the cause of suffering. Third is the noble truth of the end of suffering. And the fourth is the noble truth of the path.
We are impressed. Please teach us the path to perfect wisdom and happiness, and we shall be your followers.
Okay.
Buddham Sharanam Gacchami.
Buddha taught many people in many different ways. He taught children by telling stories. Many people were attracted to him and became his followers. People visited him with their problems and asked for his advice. Once a woman, Gotama, approached Buddha.
Mother, tell me, why are you looking sad?
I have lost my only child this morning. I want you to bring my son back to life. I hear that you are a great, holy man. Please help me out of my suffering.
Gotama, I will help you. But you have to bring some mustard seeds from a house where no one has died.
Oh, I'm really overjoyed. I will bring the seeds.
Gotama went throughout the village asking for the seeds.
Sister, has anyone died in your house? Yes. My brother died 2 years ago.
Gotama received such answers from every house in the village.
What will I do now? I am really disappointed.
Gotama returned to the Buddha.
Come, what have you found, Gotama? Where is your mustard seed? And where is your son?
Buddha, today I have discovered that I am not the only one who has lost a loved one. I see how foolish I was to think I could have my son back. I have accepted his death, and this afternoon I buried him.
Gotama, you have learned that death must come to everyone, sooner or later. But if you learn the truth, you can live and die in happiness. Come, I shall teach you.
Buddha taught her, and soon she found more peace and happiness than she had ever known before. Similarly, once Buddha was walking through a village when an angry and rude man came up and began insulting him.
Oh, you are the one who is teaching everyone.
Yes, brother.
You have no right to teach others. You are a fake yourself.
Buddha listened to him, but was not upset by his remarks.
Tell me, if you buy a gift for someone and that person does not take it, to whom does the gift belong?
It would belong to me because I bought the gift.
That is correct. And it is exactly the same with your anger. If you become angry with me and I do not get insulted, then the anger falls back on you. You are then the only one who becomes unhappy, not me. When you hate others, you yourself become unhappy. But when you love others, everyone is happy.
You are right. Please teach me the path of love. I want to become your follower.
Of course, I shall teach anyone who truly wants to learn. Come with me.
Soon, Buddha's teaching spread all over, and he had many followers. One day, one of his followers said,
O blessed one, you are certainly the greatest of all teachers who ever lived.
Tell me, have you met all the great teachers who have come into the world?
No, of course not.
And you know all the teachers who are alive now or will be born in the future?
No, I do not.
Then it is wrong to say that I am the greatest of all teachers. If you find my teachings helpful, the best thing to do is to practice them. Do not waste your energy praising me. Now, tell me, if you went to buy some precious gold, will you pay for it without testing it first?
No, of course not. It might be fake, and then I would be wasting my money.
It is exactly the same way with my teachings. You should test the teaching yourself to see if they are true or not. If you find that they are true and helpful, then practice them. Also, do not criticize the teachings of others. It is exactly the same way with my teachings. There are many other great teachers in the world, and they all have their own way of helping people. So do not insult any of them. Think of yourselves, be kind to others, and respect everyone.
Buddham Sharanam Gacchami.
Buddha never forgot the promise he had made to King Bimbisara.
Now it is time to meet the king of Magadha. Let me go to his capital, Rajagriha.
Buddha stayed in a hill called Vulture's Peak with his disciples.
Oh, the Buddha has come to our palace. Let me go and hear his teachings.
Bimbisara often heard the teachings of Buddha. Soon the number of followers grew very large. Days passed.
It is a long time since I left Kapilavatthu. I promised myself that I will return after finding the solution. I need to visit my father.
With his disciples, the Buddha began the long walk to his childhood home.
You know, our Prince Siddhartha, who has become Buddha, is about to visit our kingdom. I'm happy to hear this news.
Minister, what I'm hearing, is that true? My son has become a great leader after all. I'm so proud of him.
Yes, my lord. Even I am eager to see him.
Did you see my son? How is he?
My lord, I saw him and his followers carrying a wooden bowl and going from door to door in the village begging for food. Then they returned to where they were staying and ate their simple meal together in silence.
What? A royal prince has become a beggar?
Immediately, the king rode to Buddha's place.
Father, how are you? Please, come in.
Son, how are you? Is it true what I hear? That you beg for your food each morning?
Yes, this is true. It is our custom to beg.
Our custom? You are a royal prince.
Father, this is true. But I come from a long line of teachers, the Buddhas of the past. These teachers have always been very humble. They receive their food from the people they meet. When I say it is our custom to beg, I mean it is the custom of Buddhas. I will teach you my findings.
Buddha preached his teaching to his father. King Suddhodana listened quietly for a long time.
It is true. You are far more than just my son. I bow before you. Please accept me, who once wanted you to be a king, as one of your disciples.
Very much, Father.
Soon afterwards, Buddha's wife Yashodhara, his son Rahula, his aunt, and many others from the palace also became his followers.
We were so unhappy. when you rode away from us so many years ago. But now, you have brought us so much happiness and peace of mind with your teachings of the truth.
One hot day, the Buddha set off as usual to beg food from a nearby village.
I see something wrong in this village. Absolute silence. The streets are deserted. What is going on? Where is everyone? Ah, I can see a woman.
The woman was seen hurrying away.
Sister, why is everyone in such a rush?
Oh, you seem to know nothing. It's that terrible killer, Angulimala. He's roaming the countryside around here. Even the king and his soldiers are afraid to try and catch him. We're going to the city for safety.
Who is this killer? Angulimala? Who makes everyone so afraid and unhappy? I must go and meet him.
Meanwhile, Angulimala, who was sitting outside his den, planned the day's work. He was a fierce-looking robber.
So far, I have 99 fingers chopped off the hands of people I killed. One more finger and my necklace will be complete. I wonder who will be my next victim.
At that moment, the Buddha appeared, walking slowly and calmly.
How dare he walk past my den? I'll have one of his fingers to finish off my necklace. That will teach him a lesson.
Down he jumped and began to run after the Buddha. But run as he might, he couldn't catch up with him.
Stop! Stand still!
The Buddha turned and looked Angulimala in the eye.
I have stopped. I am still... It's you who needs to stop.
Don't try to fool me. I can see you moving.
Ah, but I meant something else.
Something else?
I have stopped. I am still because I never harm. I never kill. You can't stop. You'll never be still as long as you harm, as long as you kill.
No one had ever spoken to me like this before. I am a bit worried. This man clearly isn't afraid of me.
He became even more furious.
Don't you know who I am? I am Angulimala, the killer with a necklace of fingers. I am the terrible killer.
What you need, my friend, is to kill your hate and greed.
Friend? Did you say friend? I am surprised. No one had called me a friend for a very long time. I don't have friends. What have I been doing? No wonder no one wants to be my friend.
Angulimala, why don't you come and live with me and my friends? If you were brave, you could make a fresh start. Now, that would be a real adventure.
Are you sure this will be an adventure?
Oh yes, the greatest adventure of your life.
Then I will stay with you and your friends. These people are kind. They share their food and talk to me very kindly. No one is afraid of me.
In the morning, he threw away his terrible necklace of fingers. Then he cut off his long hair and beard and put on the same simple robes.
I am feeling better.
Thus, Angulimala, the terrible adventurer too, became a disciple of the great Buddha. The Buddha smiled at Angulimala, who smiled back. Then he got up and went off to help his new friends collect their food for the day.